Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today is your mayor of Fitchburg, Julia Arata-Fratta. You never know if I'm saying it right.
You need to like an Italian accent. Arata-Fratta.
I can barely speak English, let alone try and go anything else. But glad to have you back on the show. It is the mayor update for the month of June. Going into July. We're kind of like in the middle. It's the middle of the month, when this comes out. So we're catching a little bit of both here. But something that is important that came out is your first capital improvement plan.
Yes.
We call it CIP here. Tell us about this year's plan. It's your first.
Yeah, it's my first. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for the invite here again. So it was my first capital improvement plan. For the people that they don't know, what is this? It's kind of like the infrastructure budget for the city, where we plan for 10 years, what are the projects that we want to do in the city or some of the equipment that we need to buy, so we have a plan. It's more like for a financial planning is to have this plan is great because we know what is coming. So this one was my first one. I didn't include any of my plans this year because I came kind of late in the process. So most of the project or new initiative are staff initiative. And then I am planning to add a couple of that next year, CIP. One of the priority here is to, to continue working on the, one of the biggest, biggest project that we have in the next 2 years is the construction of the public safety building, the police facility. That one is a big project. It's going to be costly for the city, but I think we have been talking about this building for more than 10. Since I joined them, for more than 8 years for sure, since I joined the council. And it's time for to provide to our police department a better place. So this one is a big project, $35 million we have allocated for this project. Construction costs and inflation are making this project even more costly by the day. So that one is coming. The other thing that another priority of mine is the construction of the teen center. So that one is still in the plan. I didn't change anything. I want this project to be built in the next 2 years. This is something great for the city, investment in youth services. What else I am continue working with this is, I call this CIP like a sustainable, the theme of this capital improvement plan is sustainable growth and sustainable financing, because it means that we need to be aware of the growth of the city is having, and we need to invest in that growth, but in a sustainable way, financially. So that one I am trying to do it in this CIP, but also we need to be aware that there are external forces that we cannot control as a municipality that are affecting. One is that we have levy limit, and also a lot of restraint on how we can grow our own revenue. And in the meantime, we have the cost of construction, inflation, and the growth of the city. I put a lot of pressure on that. We have a cap, and then we have all of these costs coming, and we are at roadmaps right now because we need to decide in the next year what we're going to do with our revenues. If we need to look for other sources of additional revenue to absorb that growth and cost, if we want to continue growth as a city. Otherwise, the council, we had to decide it in the next couple of years what services to cut.
Yeah. No, and you can check out that report online at our website, fitchburgwi.gov, to read the full report. And we've got a public input coming up. But if you could quickly go through the process of what happens from here after public input and what happens in the council side.
So our first public hearing is going to be June 27, okay? And then the community can come, make comments about the plans. They can tell us what are the things that they like and what are the things that they don't like about the plan. The elders, they can submit amendment to the plan. And the deadline is July 5th. And I think on the next July meeting, I don't remember which one is.
Yep, later in July. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have to vote for the CIP. Yeah, so when we establish it's a plan, it doesn't mean that, that it's a set stone, what I mean? As plan, things can change, and this is a flexible plan. So if some of the stuff maybe are delayed 1 or 2 years, it doesn't mean that we are going to take it out of the plan. But sometimes if we don't have the financial means to, to build or to purchase something, we can, delay or change. But the idea is to have the plan is a roadmap.
That's the way I always describe it.
Yeah.
I say to people, it's our roadmap to kind of keep you up to date on all of the projects,
project.
all the bigger projects coming down the road. So there's not, it takes the surprise out of it, but also identifying crucial needs for whatever department it's going to be. So you have time for that. And there is public comments to the amendments as well on the same night that you guys go to vote. So you can find all the that again at our website at fitchburgwi.gov. All right, turning our attention, we just had a Juneteenth celebration this year. First time the city had it off as a holiday. But more importantly, you held was outside with the flag raising, and we had our event here held at the Senior Center. A lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think I really like how many people show up for that event. And I want to tell you, I did a lot of outreach to invite a lot of people that we have a lot of 10% of our residents are African American or Black people. And also we are a very diverse city, and I think it's important to recognize that diversity. And also, I really believe that we need to understand our past, our history, to build a better city or country. So, and there was a lot of injustice and a lot of things that happened in the past with our Black community, and it's time that, slavery was very bad, what happened in our country, and, and I think we need to, it's painful, yes, but then it's part of our history, who we are as an American. So, and I think that the city is doing a great job in recognizing all of that, and it was the first time in the history of the city that we have Juneteenth as a holiday for all the city staff, and this means that, we are a very, progressive city that care about all these issues. So I was, very happy to see that and all the people that show up. So.
Yeah, it was cool. There was a lot of people that attended the flag raising piece. We had the celebration down at the Senior Center as well, which brought a lot of people out as well. But bringing diversity together in the community is awesome. I mean, we have a lot of great events that happen, and this is another one that I hope we continue to build on.
Yeah, so I agree with you. So.
Awesome. All right, finally, we've got a couple of summer events coming up.
No, I want to mention something before we move to
I'm so sorry.
We forgot to mention that we were one of the 10 best cities, a smallest city in the country.
Hey, I was leading to that.
Oh, okay.
That's all right. I think this is great. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
It came out in recent here. Forbes, saying Fitchburg top 10. It's pretty cool to be put on the map, so to speak, right? To highlight what we already know is good here in Fitchburg, but for the nation, they're like, wait, who is this Fitchburg?
So it was great to see that, because it take a couple of years to build up that reputation, and I think we have shown that we have set in the past, and we are setting for the future policies that embrace that environment where a family can flourish here in Fitchburg. And I was talking to a couple of friends that they just moved to Madison, but they raised a family here, and say, you know that we are one of the 10 best cities in the country for raise family. And I say, yes, we raise our kids there, and we know that. You know what I mean? So, so I think this is great, because it's great for the city. It's great to retention of employee, attract companies. You know what I mean? And I think we need to continue investing in that in our community to maintain this. So it's great.
Yeah. You had quoted in here too of in the art when we put out the press release of the landscape parks, vibrant neighborhoods, 3 great school districts, diversity of people, great place to work, live, and play.
Yeah.
It's literally it's got a little bit of everything here in Fitchburg, which we're really lucky to have.
Yeah.
All right, finally, quickly, we'll comment just on a couple of the community events happening in our great city here. Festival of Speed is back this year with the Fitchburg fireworks tied to it, July 8th.
Yeah, so I invite all the residents of the city to come on July 8th. It's going to be the display of fireworks, great display, so we are inviting all of you. There is going to be music too, So it's a family event. So we are hoping that the community show up for those. Yeah.
And community event concerts at McKee just
Yeah.
kicked off this past Monday.
Yeah, I was there yesterday. It was great to see there was a lot of people, and it was great to see all this neighborhood in the park. And we have another one in July and another one in August. So I don't remember which one is in July. So
That's okay. You can check. We'll share the information on that,
yeah.
but still great events coming out there. All right.
And that meeting, I think, is going to be very important because we are celebrating the 40 years of the city. So there's going to be cake, cookies. Yeah, so.
It's a big one. We're going to keep
Yeah.
promoting it, certainly, and keep having more
Yeah.
Celebrations. Now top 10 and our 40th anniversary.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Can't get any better.
Okay, yeah.
All right, Julia, thank you so much for your
No,
time.
thank you
We'll
for
check
inviting-
back in next month.
Nos vemos. Bye. Gracias.